Recovery is...
Recovery to me is...
Recovery really means...
Recovery is a lot of things.
Recovery is a guide for living. I have felt that, the best gift that sobriety has given me has taught me how to live in any situation, whether it's a pandemic, it's a social outing, it's a dinner with friends, some people that do drink, some people that don't drink. It's how to function, and it's how to feel and how to express how I feel.
Recovery is a bumpy road. It is also more than I could ever have imagined. The joy, the happiness, the fulfillment, and then especially being able to work in the field of helping others on their recovery journey is amazing.
Recovery really means being honest, brutally honest.
Recovery is a process of physical, mental, and spiritual change. I come from being dependent on something outside of myself to make me feel whole, to finding that within.
Recovery to me is being a good brother, being a good son, showing up to work on time, being a responsible adult, because it's just being a member of society that these things that I couldn't do when I was in active addiction or struggling with addiction, it's being someone that I always wanted to be, but now I actually have the capability of being that person.
Recovery to me is just the process of becoming more spiritually fit and becoming a better individual and helping others. That's been my journey through my recovery, and constantly learning new things and how to evolve as a person, as an individual.
Everything I have today is a result of recovery. It started out as just being connected to my humanity. It's the thread that ties me to everything else. When I'm active in my substance use, I'm dark. My spirit is not connected, and recovery connects me there.
It's a compilation of, for me, I was spiritually, emotionally, and physically bankrupt. And so recovery gave me everything, has given me everything that I have in life. It got me a college education. It got me a career that I'm really proud of and focused in. It got me a host of friends from all walks of life. More importantly, it got me back in the good graces of my family, which, for years, I punished them. And they never turned their back on me. And so, I wake up every day. It's a weird thing that early on, my first thought would be like, I'm this person in recovery, because it was so fresh and it was such an integral part of my life, almost like being someone who would abuse drugs and alcohol for so long. And now it's like when I wake up all these years later, granted, I'm still very early in this process when you think about time, and but it's not the first thing that pops into my head anymore. It's just the way of life for me.
Recovery is a lifesaver. It's definitely not easy, and I don't want anybody to feel like they have to do it alone, because there is help out there, and it just takes time and persistence.
I will say this, that shame doesn't work. Shaming someone doesn't work for anyone.
People usually have the misconception about those in recovery that they are bad people, that they are usually untrustworthy, that they can't make decisions for themselves. They usually look at them as people that need to be helped, when in reality, they're some of the strongest people that you'll come across.
I am greater than my addiction.
I'm greater than my addiction.
I am greater than my addiction.
I am greater than my addiction.
I am greater than my addiction.
Families are greater than addiction.
I am greater than my addiction.
Families are greater than addiction.
I am greater than my addiction.
I am greater than my addiction.
We are greater than our addiction.